Flashy costumes, jagged razor blades attached to the bottom of your shoes, gliding down the ice at 35 miles an hour, all sounds pretty fun, right? Or it could be scary depending on how you look at it. It's interesting to know that any one of us at Lamar College in Orange could potentially be an Olympic figure skater. According to the U.S. Figure Skating Membership Fact Sheet, the average age of an Olympian figure skater is 22 years old, and they're also comprised of about 69% of females. Today we're going to discuss the history of how figure skating became an Olympic sport. We're also going to discuss how these scores are tallied up and also the qualifications needed to make the world's team. According to an article on Britannica, the first modern Olympics took place in 1896. So even though they started that long ago, the first Winter Game didn't make its first appearance until 1924. History has changed a lot from the beginning to now. Figure skating is more than just traveling fast, keeping up with your balance. It does consist of jumps, spirals in the air, and spins on ice. The first type of skates were actually carved rib and shank bones, strapped to shoes, and the skaters would use poles to glide on the ice to keep their balance up. Now that we have discussed the history of how figure skating became an Olympic sport, we're going to discuss the scoring system, how things are judged. There are two methods for scoring figure skating. The most common is what they call the 6.0 system. An article written on U.S. Figure Skating says that the 6.0 method has been the longest judging system. It is used a lot for the regional competitions as well as the national competitions. Every once in a while, they'll use it in the other ones, such as like the juvenile competitions, the intermediate competitions. Like I said, this is the most used judging system as far as figure skating goes. They do judge on 5 different components. It doesn't matter which judging system is used. They judge it on the skating skill, how well they transition. They also base it on performance, composition, and the interpretation of the music. If for some reason the music or the dance is not matching how the music is playing, they will deduct points for that. As far as the 6.0 system goes, you'll get a 0 for not skating at all, and you get a 6 for outstanding performance. The second judging system is what they call the IJS. It's the International Judging System. It also scores on those same 5 components. However, this one is based more off of degree of difficulty and how well the spins and the jumps are executed. The way that they score on the IJS is each judge, there's 9 judges, they will each give a score. However, that's not the final score. The final score is multiplied by a set factor, and that is how they can equal and balance the score for everyone. So now that we have discussed how the scoring is tallied in figure skating, we are also going to discuss how to qualify for the World Olympic team. So every country is going to have 30 members for their team. That can consist of singles or pairs. So single men and women doing their own show, or there's going to be a pair. 2 men, 2 women, men and women. In order to get to Worlds, you have to pass your little competitions, like juvenile competitions, international competitions, and then you also have to qualify for regionals and nationals. So you have about 5 or 6 competitions before you can even become a World Olympic figure skater. So in today's lecture, we have discussed the history of figure skating, the how scores are tallied, and the qualifications. Did you know you can audition for the Olympics starting at age 15? So that means, again, any one of us who are in college right now at Lamar, our little siblings could be figure Skater Olympics. Even our children. At that age, they can essentially be figure Olympic skaters. Now that we have discussed all of that information, get ready to enjoy the most broadcasted Winter Olympics sports starting February 4th, 2022.